Peace, 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 peace. Peace, my cosmic warriors, my divine God and goddesses. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you guys are getting better physically, mentally, and spiritually. You guys are finding your inner warrior and expressing that in your energy. First of all, if you're new to this channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification for the future videos. All right, so with that being said, guys, one of the main things that I want to promote on this channel is health. One of the aspects that I think that is super important, especially me promoting, being a divine warrior, right? Being a godlike spiritual being, having a human experience. And with that being said, since we're spiritual beings having a human experience, our human vessel is by far the most important thing that we have to take care of. Our bodies are basically vehicles, right? These are just avatars. These are just vessels for us to carry out our divine purpose. So as you're carrying out that divine purpose, how you take care of your body is gonna influence all your decisions and just influence your overall energy in life. If anyone knows me personally, knows that I'm a big promoter on health. I share a lot of information on my Instagrams, on my Snapchats, and even here on YouTube. So I've had years of experience with physical health. Growing up, I always was into sports. I was that active kid all the time, just playing outside, always running, always climbing, always jumping off stuff. And I always been in love with sports. I pretty much played it all. Pretty much high school basketball, I played some college basketball. I played semi-pro football for a few years, was successful in that. I got into combat training and boxing, and had a few fights in there, and I'm still training, I'm still pushing that side of myself. So, and I also got into, weightlifting. I had a bodybuilding, powerlifting phase, for a little bit. So I kind of have this extent knowledge of health, and I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes with my nutrition, and the training regimen, and just a whole bunch of other things that I'm gonna get into this video. But so I just wanted to share that history real quick of my physical life. So as you guys can see here, that's Bruce Lee. Actually, let me show y'all a little bit of the room that I have. So this is kind of like my workout room at my house. I got Bruce Lee poster there. I got a treadmill, yoga mat there. Got the boxing bag equipment there. You know what I'm saying? The Cobra bag there. There for dips. These are dips. I got weights. Shout out to the Bean. One of my favorite people as well, Kobe. Got some weights down there. I don't know if y'all can see that. And of course, Muhammad Ali. Gotta represent the GOAT. So, yeah. And then this is just a little tapestry of it's like a tree, but basically these are all like a woman's body, basically. And it's like the tree of life and this divine feminine energy that comes with it. So, yeah, man. So you've seen Bruce Lee, you've seen Muhammad Ali and Kobe Bryant. These are like my favorite, I wouldn't say idols. I was going to say idols, but I wouldn't say idols because I don't necessarily want to look up to anyone like that. Like, I'd put anyone above myself. But these people have had a major impact on this world. And they had a major impact in their sports alone. From how hard they worked, from their philosophy, from their training regimen, from their outside persona, who they are as men. I carry their philosophies in my everyday life. And I had dreams, and I still have dreams of somewhat impacting the world the way they did, you know? Even though they're all gone, their spirit still lives on, and that energy transcends, you know, beyond the physical. You know what I mean? These people will be talked about for years in their sports. So with that being said, these are all men that took their physical training to their peak level, right? One thing I highly suggest for you fellow God and goddesses out there who are new to working out, or if you have trained for a while, I would say for the people who haven't started working out or are questioning, here's why you should. Number one, your body is like the car, right? Your body is the car of life. If you don't necessarily take care of your car, if you don't like look after, if you don't maintain it right, your car is gonna break down easier. So essentially, that's how your body works. Your body is a vehicle for you to get through in life. One thing I always suggest to people is to just work out, start training. What's cool is that there's so many different levels of training, right? You know, you have your bodybuilding stuff, you have your weightlifting things, your powerlifting, your CrossFit. Yeah, something like that. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. And then you have your training for a sport, right? If you play a certain sport in high school or in college or a professional, you train certain things for that certain sport. And then there's other things like yoga, just regular lifting, exercise, you know, just walking, running, marathon runners, you know, there's all these different forms of physical training that I think it's super cool that we all have options and we all can do so many great things, you know. And the human body is such a powerful weapon that, man, it just exceeds beyond our imagination when we have the right mindset and when we have the right philosophy and we could push ourselves to our limits, you know. One thing about me, I love like anime, I love Dragon Ball Z, I love DC, Marvel. I love anything that's this like good versus evil, but it obviously it reaches your imagination, because obviously these things aren't entirely real to a degree, like the characters, but the mindset and the overall potential is there. And that's why like I thoroughly enjoy training, because it trains my mind, it trains my body, it trains my heart, my spirit. You know, I don't feel me when I'm not working out. You know what I mean? I've dedicated my time to learning about nutrition. I dedicated my time to learn about different training regimens, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, and just learning my body, right? Like discovering who I am on the physical level. You know, I think it's always good to, you know, switch it up. You know, for me, I had the flexibility and just the overall interest of trying different things. I didn't want to be stagnant in just one sport or one way of training. I always look for ways to get better and improve. I had my bodybuilding phase. I had my like trying to get big phase. I had my super like on cardio and just focusing on boxing phase. And I've gotten to this point where I've had all these different experiences and different knowledges now. And I'm at this point now where I'm just like trying to just overall maintain the physique I have. I got into yoga within the last like year or so. So my mobility, my flexibility, my stretching, my overall looseness and has gotten a lot better, right? So all these different phases of training just help you overall reach your highest potential. You know, when you, for example, if you're doing yoga, if you're doing mobility training, you're strengthening up your tendons, you're strengthening up your joints, right? Your those little muscles. And essentially, strengthening those little muscles, or those muscles that get neglected all the time, you're strengthening up your overall strength. Physical training, man, is key, bro. It's key. It's a lot of us out here, we don't move around a lot. Children nowadays, they're less outside. They're just more stationary. They're more like they're not moving their body. And even adults and even people older than me or my age or just older, we're not moving enough. Man, we have to understand that everything is energy. When you work out, when you're consistent with nutrition, your sleeping, and your training regimen, this overall builds a better flow for your body. Like I said, everything is energy. So when you don't release that energy through a workout, when you don't, if you're a person that has a lot of restless energy, a lot of fiery energy in your planet in your body, this energy can get restless. It can form in different forms in your body. It can attack different things. When you're physically training, you're training your heart essentially. Heart is the biggest and one of the biggest and most important things that we need to be training and we need to be conscious of, because without that heart beating a proper and a healthy heart, our bodies can't really move that long. We can't be able to push to our maximum potential. And with that, and also with the heart and your training your mind, anybody that's been to a tough workout, that's been through hot yoga or anything really rigorous at that particular moment, your body shuts down, but the mind stays strong. The mind stays intact. It stays with you during your workout. So you're essentially training your mind just as well as you're training your body. That's overall going to lead you to have a better physique, a better overall wellness of life. It's going to improve your lifestyle and all those different things. So physical training, man, is highly important, man. It's one of the things I'm passionate about. I'm always training 5-6 times a week now, finding on a holistic and spiritual essence to now working out. And that's overall shaped my philosophy and shaped my overall thinking as well. So yeah, man, physical training is key, man. Physical training is key. You also, once you're dealing with the physical training stuff, you also want to deal with the nutrition stuff, right? You want to have a good diet. You want to have a good lifestyle when it comes to eating. Food is important, man. Food is actually, when it comes to your physique, food is actually more important than the actual training. A lot of long-term bodybuilders or anyone that's getting into the gym knows that, the diet is necessary, right? So just doing that, man, just getting right sleep, training, being in a positive mind frame, sleeping, being consistent. These are all things that help us shape us into being our best godly divine self. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, just wanted to come on here and share that with you guys. Didn't want to make the video too long. But yeah, so shout out to all my warriors out there. Shout out to everyone improving yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually every day. Keep your head up. Love yourself. Most importantly, love yourself and spread that same love for yourself onto your friends and families and anyone around you, right? This is about raising our consciousness, raising our level of thinking, raising our hearts and our minds, and being our best versions and our best selves, and being an inspiration for others around us. So any way that I can do to improve that for myself and upon my other people's, man, I'm willing to do it. So yeah, man, thank you guys for joining me today. Get out there, get training, get moving, build your body, build your mind, build your heart, build your spirit, be the best self you can be. Shout out to my divine warriors. Peace and love. Look out for the next video. Yeah, so Ashe.